As one of the most essential yet abstract artists in all of music, it can be somewhat daunting getting a first-time listener into the elusive MF Doom. Unfiltered by commercial and mainstream standards, Doom is able to be as experimental and avant-garde as he pleases. And while this is one of Doom's biggest strengths, it of course comes at the cost of alienating him from a lot of casual listeners. So as a way to bridge the gap, I decided to ask my audience on YouTube and followers on Instagram what some good song recommendations would be for people who have never listened to Doom before. And here's what they came up with. These are the top 30 songs people recommended for first-time listeners. Refining the list to the top 10 recommendations, we have this. 4 songs off Mad Villainy, 2 from Operation Doomsday, 2 off Food, 1 off Born Like This, and another one from Take Me to Your Leader. So, are these good recommendations? Well, starting off with the most recommended, we have the classic Mad Villain track, All Caps, which received 48 votes. It's a song infamous with one of the most iconic Doom taglines, as well as coming equipped with an equally iconic and memorable music video.
That particular song is called All Caps for the animation video. And you know, it's really the video outlines how we first met, kind of like in a weird way. You know, it's like Otis is like the mastermind genius behind everything, and I'm like the physical man. I'm up there, you know, the one who's like out there with the microphone and really up front. You know what I mean? So I'm representing the video by that big dude who's like carrying him around. But the whole thing is like, that's where we just met, and we're kind of like, I'm trying to protect him and make sure that we get to wherever we're going. You know what I mean?
The video was beautifully hand-drawn and animated by James Rotano, with around 900 to 1,000 individual drawings put together for the animation. In an interview with Jeff Jenks, Rotano mentions how he and Doomlay agreed to reinvent the character of Doom, instead of ripping off the existing Dr. Doom character, which was a good idea, as it served to drive a further distinction between Doom and his Marvel counterpart. Shortly after the villain's untimely passing, Stone's Throw saw fit to upload a remastered version of the original music video. The independent record label elaborated on their Instagram, explaining that the All Caps music video was released during the primitive internet year of 2004. The following year, when YouTube did officially launch, the standard video size at the time was archaic compared to our modern day standards. This is why they decided to upload a remastered version. I think this user makes a great point. Not only is All Caps a great song for first-time listeners, but paired with the handcrafted music video makes for a remarkable introduction to the world of MF Doom. Nearly tying for first place, we have the second most voted for track, Doomsday, off MF Doom's 1999 solo debut. I can see why a lot of you may have recommended this song, as Doomsday sheds a lot of light on Doom's backstory as well as his motives going forward, with lyrics like,
"Bound to go through plat, came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap.
Next time you come in, you come heavy or not at all."
From the very beginning, Doom lets you know of his KMD past, and he doesn't shy away from telling the listener that he's here to take revenge on the rap industry while also making a lot of money.
I like money.
On top of being a lore-centric song, the track may also be a little easier on first-time listeners as it features a chorus. A common staple across most music, but something which is rarely seen throughout Doom's discography. For these reasons, I would agree that this is another good first-time recommendation. Next on the list, we have the Food track, One Beer. This is the only song off Food that was produced by Madlib, and it was originally supposed to be on Mad Villainy, but ended up being the 4th track on Food instead. The song kicks off with Doom going a cappella, referencing the track I Get a Kick Out of You. The original version of the song was released in 1934 by composer and songwriter Cole Porter. Personally, I know it best for the Ella Fitzgerald version, but that's just because I'm a huge fan of her. Some standout lyrics for me would be,
He plot shows like robberies, in and out, 1, 2, 3, nobody's please.
I'm actually surprised how many votes the song got. It's not a song that comes to my mind when I think of first-time recommendations. If you voted for this song, feel free to elaborate in a comment as to why. And some bonus trivia, cause I'm sure someone would have mentioned it in a comment if I didn't point it out, but Tyler's creator would go on to rehash the One Beer sample on the song Odd Toddlers. There's no deeper correlation, just an interesting fact. Is anyone even surprised that this song wound up on here? Cause I'm certainly not. Rapp's Snitch, Knishes features the last known appearance of the mysterious Mr. Fantastic. And it's a pretty damn good note for the duo to end off on, seeing as this became one of Doom's most prolific songs.
Rap snitches, telling all their business.
EMCs all day, delicious.
Snitches telling all their business, sitting in court and being their own star witness.
A lot of Doom's music is already pretty timeless, but the subject matter on this track in particular has aged like fine wine. Both Doom and Fantastic deliver some short yet great verses, with the duo synchronizing for the song's chorus, in the same way they did for their earlier song Antimatter. I also think Mr. Fantastic's buttery voice blends perfectly over the coffin nail beat. In short, this song is very comical, easily accessible, and the synergy between these two is enjoyable as usual. I think this would be a great recommendation to any newcomer. Today's video is brought to you by Atlas VPN. With over 6 million users worldwide, Atlas encrypts your data, keeping your online privacy intact. If you're looking for an affordable VPN, Atlas comes in at only $1.99 a month. And unlike other VPNs, you can protect an unlimited amount of devices with only a single subscription.
Yeah, this is good.
Due to licensing agreements, hundreds of shows and movies are only available in certain countries. With Atlas VPN, you could easily connect to a server in whatever country your desired show is available. Ordinarily, if you were in the US, you wouldn't be able to watch Gremlins, E.T., or Ghostbusters, but by connecting to a server in Poland, they're suddenly all available. And with movie and show licenses switching hands every few months, new stuff is constantly in rotation on streaming platforms. A subscription to Atlas also includes data breach monitoring, a feature that'll notify you if and when any of your personal information is leaked. All these features for only $1.99 a month when you use my link in the description. Using my link will give you 82% off this 3-year package with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're in the market for a new VPN, check out Atlas with the link in my description to take advantage of this deal. Coming in with 21 votes, we have our second track off Operation Doomsday. Known for its cheerful, upbeat production, Rhymes Like Dimes fittingly features some catchy-ass rhymes from Doom, and you could easily consider it a staple of Operation Doomsday. It's just such an infectious song, you'd be hard-pressed not to consider it a classic. I've had 3 friends now who don't even listen to Doom like that quote lyrics or play the song to me, and it really puts a smile on my face seeing them enjoy it. So speaking from personal experience, I totally agree that this is a great song to recommend. Another classic Doom track to wind up on this list is the iconic Accordion off Mad Villainy. Coming in as the 6th most voted for song, Accordion is well known for its memorable accordion sample, as well as Doom's poignant lyrics. Living off borrowed time, the clock ticks faster, a lyric that has become notorious since Doom's passing.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Another good one is the closer verse.
Slip like Freudian, your first and last step to playing yourself like accordion.
I especially like this one because on top of name dropping Sigmund Freud, Doom also wraps the verse up by referencing the song's name and the sample, all making it rhyme. If you're interested in an in-depth breakdown of the song, you could check out Lyricology 101's video on the subject. Andre's original channel was unfortunately hacked and deleted, so you could go over to his channel, subscribe, and leave a like on his video to help him out. You could also check out a remastered version of the Accordion music video over at the MF DOOM Remastered YouTube channel. There'll be links to both of these channels in the description. Next up, we have another Mad Villain track, Raid. The song features a legendary quotable with the opening lyric.
How Doom hold heat and preach non-violence. He about to start the speech, come on, silence.
I find it hilarious how Doom writes dialogue from the perspective of random bystanders, and the fact that one of them is so adamant about what Doom has to say that he shushes other people around him. It's like something out of a cartoon or a sitcom, yet Doom is able to achieve the same effect through 2 sentences in a song with no visuals. Shit like this is what makes Doom such a skillful and creative lyricist to me, not to mention Madlib once again coming through with a top tier beat, an instrumental which Med and Doom complement very beautifully. Speaking of metaphor, he plays off Doom really well, with the opener to his verse being a direct reference to Doom's opening lyric. I also noticed this playful synergy on the track Knock Knock off Bad Neighbor, where Doom and Med's verses are interconnected through a comedic story. I wish Blue would have continued the story through his own verse. I actually have a theory that Doom and Med recorded their verses during the Mad Villain era but never released it, up until 2015 when it ended up on Bad Neighbor. The last Mad Villainy track to make this list with 19 votes is Figaro. This is actually the very first Doom song I ever heard. Until this day, it's one of my absolute favorite Doom songs. I could even remember exactly where I was when I first heard it. In terms of the contents of the song, it's easily some of Doom's best work, and serves really well at demonstrating Doom's lyrical skill. And despite it being the first Doom song I discovered, I've never gotten sick of listening to it. And for both those reasons, I find this to be another great recommendation. The first and only song on this list off of Born Like This is the song That's That. Produced by Doom himself, That's That features Doom rhyming relentlessly over a pretty unique beat. It's cool to see it wind up on this top 10, since it's the first song off of Born Like This that I personally took a liking to. And while I only recently listened to the entirety of Born Like This, That's That is a song that I've liked for many years now, and I agree with you guys in recommending it. The 10th and final song on this beginner-friendly list is the King Ghidra track, Fazers. And just like That's That, Fazers is the only other song that isn't from Operation Doomsday, Food, or Mad Villainy. Instead, the song was the opener for the album Take Me to Your Leader. which Doom released in 2003 under his King Ghidorah alias. The song starts off with a fitting sample from a Godzilla film. The sample effectively serves as the album's intro, with the narrator explaining how he's brought the listener here to discuss something very important, that of course being King Ghidorah. The samples also really add to the cinematic feel of this album's production. Some lyrical highlights for me include
Born alone, die alone, no matter who your man is.
Doom's often cynical view on friendship has always been something really introspective for me, causing me to think about and reevaluate many of my relationships. Thought-provoking, something which very few artists have ever done for me. The track has some fantastic production, showing Doomsday's capabilities as a rapper and producer, all while giving you a taste of his knack for writing from the perspective of different characters. Overall, another great recommendation from you guys. For anyone interested in the full list of recommendations, I left a pastebin link in the description with each song title and the number of times it was recommended. If you see anyone ask for Doom song recommendations, send them this video, and they might find a few new songs they'll like. If you have any more song recommendations, feel free to leave them in a comment below. Alternatively, you could also leave a like on this video and the YouTube algorithm might recommend this video to someone new. Lastly, I'd like to give a special thank you to my patrons and to my Twitch Prime subs, Elliot Goldman, Victor Vaughn aka Vic, Soviet Delk, MF Dumar, Kata, Goop, and Bull. Thank you guys very much for your continuous support. And thank you to those of you who watch this video to the very end. It's greatly appreciated, and I'll see you all again very soon.